Sometimes I wish that social media existed in biblical times. Just imagine how exciting it would be to follow Jesus on Instagram or to be Facebook friends with King David. I wonder what would be David's relationship status. We know that he had multiple wives, was married and divorced many times over, had countless concubines, and at least one long term same sex relationship. By no stretch of the imagination could he be seriously described as someone with self discipline and restraint. Nope. David saw pretty things, beautiful people, and in 9 out of 10 cases he simply went for it, relentlessly pursuing the mirage of instant gratification. Not only would his relationship status say it's complicated, but David's life was terribly complicated by his inability to pause, think, and do things in a different way. Today's first reading tells us of that rare moment in David's life when he actually successfully resisted the instant gratification temptation and instead chose something difficult, something that required a huge dose of restraint and long term thinking. The kingdom of Israel was torn apart by the civil war between King Saul and his loyalists on one side, and the highly popular Goliath slayer David with his growing army of followers. One night, David and his right hand man Abishai sneaked into the royal camp and had a chance to kill the king right there on the spot, to end David's arch enemy and claim the crown for himself. And yet, in an uncharacteristic display of self restraint, David opted to spare Saul's life. He decided not to create a martyr out of unpopular king, but instead showed everyone that he, David, could be gracious and magnanimous. In the long run, it proved to be the right choice, even if not instantly satisfying his thirst for victory. This fateful decision to not strike, to choose non-violence, rapidly uncomplicated his situation and led David in the long run to the throne. Hating our enemies, exacting vengeance on those who have harmed us, is the natural human condition and reaction. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth has governed human interactions on personal and societal levels for millennia. When someone strikes you on one cheek, you strike back twice as hard to teach them a lesson. When your neighbor steals your chicken, you kidnap his horse or a cow. We live and operate in a kill or be killed moral universe where the nuclear deterrence of mutual destruction is the official policy of the world's superpowers. As a result of our stubborn clinging to this ancient MO, our interpersonal and international relationships are frayed, built on mistrust, and very complicated. This is where Jesus' message offers us a revolutionary way to reimagine our relationships. Love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Stop judging, and you will not be judged. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. We have tried the other way, the way of violence and instant gratification for too long with the same miserable results. Perhaps following this countercultural advice, instead of striking and hating everyone around us, could help us to uncomplicate things and relationships as well. Amen. Thank you, friends, for trying together with me to love our enemies, to stop judging, and to do good to those who hate us. As always, kindly remember to click on the like symbol under this video. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and perhaps even invite your friends and family members to watch one of my mini sermons. Thank you, and God bless you always.